Get ready for a wild ride through China's complex past, where majestic monuments meet merciless leaders. The phrase "absolute power corrupts" absolutely was written in the annals of Chinese history with vivid strokes. From breathtaking architectural marvels to the ruthless regimes that birthed them, we're diving into the dark side of China's golden ages and uncovering the stories of its most notorious emperors, the ones who shaped a nation with both grandeur and brutality. Get ready for a wild ride with Emperor Gaoyang, the Northern Qi's first in command. This power player was loved by all when he took the throne because he slashed taxes, paid his officials like rock stars, and pumped up his military might. The Northern Qi soared to new heights under his rule, but as the region boomed, so did, and things took a drastic turn for the worse. Get ready for some seriously wild drama. We're about to dive into the twisted world of Gaoyang's reckless reign. As his thirst for power and luxury knew no bounds, this power-hungry king took it upon himself to indulge in lavish desires without a care. His addiction to fine women spiraled out of control, causing him to make some choices that would shake the foundations of his kingdom. Like his affair with his queen's sister, which ended in a shocking and brutal manner. But that wasn't even the craziest part. Zhao Yang's right-hand man, Yin Yang, started acting as his personal hitman, picking out prisoners for the king to kill whenever he got drunk and wanted to flex his muscles. Yes, you read that right, your average Joe King turned into a royal menace, with no one daring to stand in his way. Get ready for a shocking twist. So, this ruthless ruler, Zhao Yang, had a major boredom issue. Sending his guys out to collect ladies from the Imperial Gao clan was his go-to move. But one lady in particular stood her ground. She was huge with child and not interested in playing along, which totally flipped Gao's lid. He ordered her executed on the spot. Little did he know karma would come knocking soon enough. Within months, as fall rolled around in 559, Gao Yang's own health took a drastic turn for the worse, with historians pointing to his crazy drinking habits as the culprit behind his downfall. Here's the rewritten script paragraph. Ninai's Chun Xin Huang lay on his deathbed. He had no remorse for the massive loss of life caused under his rule, but one thing kept him up at night. Who'd next try to take the throne from his son Zhao Yin? Little did he know, his fears were spot on, because soon after his passing, Gao Yang seized power by eliminating the prime minister, Yin Yang. He then banished Gao Yin and took his place as emperor, marking the beginning of a ruthless era under the infamous immortal tyrant, Qin Shi Huang, a name that struck fear in the hearts of all who crossed him. His quest to unite the empires would leave no stone unturned, including when he exiled Liu Bi for a scandalous affair with his mother and ruthlessly eliminated her lover, Lao Ai, to eliminate any potential threats to his throne. Fasten your seats. Things took a drastic turn under Yin Zheng's iron fist, leaving his farmers on the brink of survival due to crushing taxes that barely covered basic needs. But wait, it gets even more intense. He forcibly relocated around 120,000 wealthy families from their homes into Zhangyang, ripping them away from their income sources. To solidify his grip, Yin Zheng employed a mix of spies, hefty bribes, and ruthless generals, the dream team for a power-hungry leader. This unlikely combo helped him conquer all 6 states that made up China at the time, achieving a unified empire under one rule. To maintain control, he established an incredibly powerful administration and military system, setting the stage for a long-lasting authoritarian regime. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, we're diving into the dark reign of a ruthless leader. To solidify his grip on power, this power-hungry king wiped out nearly every piece of written knowledge in the empire. Think books, scrolls, you name it, and brutally executed an astonishing 460 scholars. These intellectuals were reduced to ashes, sending a chilling message: question authority and face the flames. But, just like other infamous tyrants throughout history, our guy believed he could cheat death and achieve immortality. So, he ordered his scientists to concoct a magic potion, an elixir of life that would make him invincible. However, when they failed to deliver, they too faced the king's wrath: elimination. The end of this megalomaniac's story remains shrouded in mystery, with one haunting question still unanswered: what ultimately led to his demise. But here's a twist. Some historians believe Liu Zhe was poisoned with mercury, and not just accidentally. It was supposedly in a miracle cure, made by scientists back then, highlighting how even supposed breakthroughs can turn deadly. At just 15, this ruthless ruler seized the throne, and paranoia soon gripped him as he feared his uncles would overthrow him, setting off a chain of brutal acts that would make even infamous leaders like Caligula look mild in comparison. Fast forward to an emperor with serious guts, or maybe just major curiosity. He's sitting on his throne, deep in thought, pondering this wild what if. If humans can make more humans by combining love and effort, what would happen if we brought humans together with animals? To get some answers, he orders hundreds of maids to spend time with different animal species. And yes, you read that right, hundreds. He's so interested in the results, he even asks his team to document everything. But things took a drastic turn as our fearless emperor got bored, and without hesitation, told his team it was time for the experiment to come to an end. Fast forward a year, our little emperor's mind is now preoccupied with a whole new set of thoughts. Feelings for his aunt have taken center stage. After hours of deep thinking, he comes up with a plan to invite her over under the guise of missing her and craving her company. With cunning intentions, Luzi lures his aunt into an unexpected relationship, all while making it seem like she's free as a bird. To make this deception perfect, he eliminates one of his maids and sends her to his uncle Himai, spreading rumors that she got attacked on her way to the palace. But just as things are falling into place, our little emperor gets a glimpse of what's to come. In a shocking dream, he sees a lady placing a curse upon him. Fast forward to the morning after, our ruthless ruler Luzi spots a woman eerily similar to his dream lady. Talk about déjà vu, and with zero hesitation, takes her out. But this power trip wouldn't last long. Just 1 year in, his own people had enough of Luzi's tyranny and booted him out. Now let's meet Yang Guang, also known as Yang of Su. He ruled from 569 to 618. By the age of 31, Yang had already set a sly tone, framing his elder brother, Yang Yang, for banishment was just the beginning. Then, he cleverly manipulated their dad, Emperor Wen, into naming him Crown Prince. Let's dive into the wild story of Emperor Yang, who allegedly seized the throne after his dad's mysterious disappearance. Some think he might have even been responsible. Once in power, Yang took full advantage of his new position by hooking up with his father's top consorts. It sounds like a scene straight out of Game of Thrones. But just like many other ruthless emperors, Yang's early reign was marked by extravagance and fun. He splurged the nation's money on lavish parties, expensive drinks, and anything else that caught his fancy. Unfortunately for his people, this reckless spending put an enormous strain on the economy, leading to a whole lot of hardship and misery for everyone involved. But Yang's spending sprees didn't stop there. He burdened the poor with crushing taxes to fund massive projects like the Great Canal, the Wall's reconstruction, and Luoyang's brand new eastern capital. His aggressive expansion into neighboring nations ended in disaster every time. Think more stress for the already struggling commoners. In a cycle of rebellion after rebellion, his people and even his own bureaucrats couldn't take it anymore. Yang was eventually handed over to his trusted general Yuan Huji, who put an end to his rule once and for all. Get ready for some mind-blowing stories about absolute power. The phrase absolute power corrupts absolutely comes alive in the lives of these extraordinary men who ruled with iron fists in ancient China. Should we explore the darker side and dive into the histories of infamous Chinese emperors? Let us know by commenting below. If you're loving this content, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more epic history adventures with crazy stuff history, your favorite channel for the most unforgettable stories from our past. Before we wrap up today's episode, hit that like button if you found this topic as fascinating as we did. Your input helps us create more engaging content for you. If there are specific topics or questions you'd love to explore in the future, make sure to comment down below and let us know. We read every single one of them and take your feedback into consideration when planning our upcoming videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. We post fresh content regularly, and it's a great way to stay updated on all things channel topics.